What's up, YouTube? This is Big Mike. I have been checking out the new show with Skip Bayless, Skip and Shannon, Undisputed, I believe is the name of the show. And I've only caught really one episode, more or less, altogether. Although I know that a couple have aired now. But I gotta tell you, man, a lot of times these type of shows, these type of programs, they have high expectations and they don't really pan out. But if this is what is going to be like this show, this is how it's going to be, First Take is in trouble, man. I remember Skip kept saying, Skip Bayless, after he left First Take, I think it was, what was it, late June he left First Take or early July? No, it was after the Kevin Durant situation. I think it was in July. And he said, he looked forward to going to Fox Sports 1 because he felt like he'd be able to talk more in depth. He could be more himself and give more of him, as he would say. And when I heard that he was going to be paired up with Shannon Sharp, I did not take that. Because generally when I would hear Shannon Sharp before, he would just talk exclusively about football. But I'm very impressed with Shannon Sharp, man. Very impressed. That's a brother right there. That's a brother. And it was, I just looked at a clip on YouTube, a 15-minute clip of him, Ray Rice, and Skip Bayless talking about Colin Kaepernick. But instead of talking about Colin Kaepernick, they really were talking more about the issue at hand, which is blacks in this country being killed by police officers, not primarily about Colin Kaepernick and all this other frivolous crap. It was more meat in their conversation as opposed to Stephen A. Smith. He would, Stephen A. Smith, I'm put it like this. He gets on my nerves. I wouldn't necessarily say that Stephen A. Smith is a coon per se, but he has coon and he does coon. There's a difference in me. There's a difference to me between a coon and a person who coons. You see what I'm saying? Like, one's an action, one, is a noun or pronoun. One is a person, place, or thing. One is an action. And Stephen A. Smith, like Jesse Lee Peterson, is a coon. Larry Elder is a coon. Stephen A. Smith coons at times. Shannon Sharp, I could tell when Shannon Sharp was talking that he was pretty much giving how he really feels. I noticed in the comment section a lot of people were saying that they thought Ray Lewis was a coon. I don't think he's a coon per se. I just think that's... See, one thing that I think some people we got to be careful with doing, man, is we can't always just automatically say... See, one problem that I have sometimes is groupthink, where sometimes people can have a tendency of wanting to associate with people who think all the time and every topic like them. Now, there are key things, core principles that people may have that they don't only want to associate with other people with. They understand that. But you can't always only be around people who think exactly like you. That's not healthy. And while I don't agree with Ray Lewis about the flag situation, I understand where he's coming from. I understand it. So I would not call him, quote unquote, a coon. He has his own perspective on it. Trust me, you'll know if you hang around a person, talk to a person, enough, you will know a person who's genuine. I'm talking about African American community here. Just talk to my brothers. You will know a coon versus somebody who is saying things that, on the surface may seem strange to you, but when you get to know them and talk to this person, you're like, oh, okay, I see now. This is why he thinks this way. Okay, I was wrong. that's how I feel about Ray Lewis. But in conclusion, man, I think this show is pretty good, man. I like the way the camera pans out and just pans around the group when they're talking. I also like how Joy, I think her name is Joy Taylor, I like how she doesn't fucking keep interrupting all the time like Molly Curran has a tendency to do. Interject herself into the conversation. We really don't care what she has to say. Okay. Not to be mean, but, when I do look at First Take, I look to see the opinions of before Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. And now Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. I don't particularly care to hear the opinion of Molly Curran because let's be honest, Molly Curran is eye candy. So just sit there and look pretty. Oh, that was so sexist, Mike, but it's the truth. But this show, Undisputed, for what I'm seeing so far, is pretty good, man. And I'm really impressed, like I said, with Shannon Sharp, and I think Skip Bayless made the right decision because ESPN's lost a lot of their talent over the years. The channel has gone downhill. Colin Coward, I believe, was on FX1. And I thought Dan Patrick was on that station at one point in time. Might still be. I can't remember. But tell me what you guys think about the new show, Skip and Shannon, Undisputed. Tell me what you guys think about it.